Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining God is Awakening. We have 4 weeks together where we are going to get into some content and the basic fundamentals of how you are going to discover yourself, okay? The whole key of this wonderful spiritual journey, this wonderful dynamic that we are getting ready to embark on, is learning the basics, learning the fundamentals. And what is that? That is us. Okay, a lot of times we want to get into knowing so many different dynamics, and we will touch into those basics, but the most important part, which is the first section that we hit, is knowledge of self. And knowledge of self is all about discovering who you are, your triggers, the other dynamics that maybe make up your strength and your weaknesses, and why they are there. How do we get to that information? By really studying and understanding your natal chart, understanding your human design chart. So in this particular course, the Goddess Awakening, we're just going to do the surface of everything, because I will lose half of y'all if we really get into the nooks and crannies of that particular part. But I do want you to have a basic understanding so you can start to really digest and dissect your charts and understand why you might be a certain type of person that take in so much energy and you're so empathic, or why you might be the person that's such a go-getter and a motivator in your life, and it seems like everyone else is standing still. So really understanding your chart, your natal chart, which is your birth chart, and really understanding your human design chart is really important. And then I'll show you how to connect all of these dynamics back into things like our chakra system, things like the portals that are in your home, things like using crystals and your oils and your herbs, and why you should really be more focused and concentrated on certain herbs, certain oils, and certain crystals that tie back into who you are, your natal chart, your human design chart. There are a correlating and a corresponding thing that they all work together. And if you really understand it the way that I want to show you how to understand it, you can use all of these dynamics on a regular basis. And it's not like you're not overthinking it, and it shows you how to manifest and create the life that you all deserve. The other thing that we're going to get into is moon cycles. So the moon cycles is really about the different phases of the moon. And we always talk about the new moon and we always talk about the full moon. But there are other phases. But the one thing that you really should be paying attention to, what was the moon doing when you were born? A lot of people don't pay that no attention. What was the moon doing? What phase was the moon in? That's your superpower. That's the time that you really should be working your real magic. Okay, beloveds. The other thing is, like I said, tying in the crystals, tying in the herbs, because they all connect to a planetary energy. They all connect to a chakra. They all connect to certain deities and goddess energies and orishas, if you deal with any of that. So they all have a certain connection. And if you understand it, which goes all the way back to the foundation, your natal chart and your human design chart, then you can create your own little formula, your own little ritual on how you operate as the God that you are. Okay. Trying to see, make sure I don't skip anything. Spiritual baths, cleansing, all of those dynamics. We're going to get into that as well. We're going to go over why it's so important for y'all to heal self first, especially if you want to operate as a healer. Because a lot of times when we get in this journey and we get so excited about that we have healed ourselves, or that we are operating in a space that we're learning this information, that now all of a sudden we want to be healing other people. And that's pretty much what women, or if I have some men in this course, do. But it's really important that you take the time to use certain techniques and tools to heal yourself first. And not only just this one time, because this is a ever evolving process. You should be working on your healing all the time. It never ends. Listen. Okay. And then higher power. Higher power is going to get into like dealing with a list of orishas, a list of deities that you should look up, especially, or orishas, gods and goddesses that are, known for different energy. If you want to work in that, if you don't want to work in that, that's perfectly fine. I believe in that section we also get into ancestors and other dynamics as well. And then that's the end of it. Then we'll be at the end of the course. So it's not too bad. It's about 10 maybe 9 sections. Some a little more lengthier. I am thinking about adding a bonus class in there because I do want y'all to kind of understand color, like what colors do and how you should be utilizing colors, especially with your clothing, your home, things of that nature. But I haven't decided fully, so you'll know by the time y'all get to the end of class if you see an extra course added on there, or I might just wait until part 2. All right. Thank you again. I hope that you get as much out of this course as I put in it, and that you pay attention to all the content, because there's a lot of content that's listed out that you have to read. There are some quizzes throughout the course, and then we'll have one Q&A once a week. So I'll have a live Q&A that I'll send y'all the link to, that we'll have once a week. You can chime in at that time, and that way if you have any questions or concerns, which I all have my email, you all have direct access to me on Instagram. You can always just message me as well, and I could try to answer your questions. Also, I'll be sending each one of y'all an email to see when we could set up a one-on-one consult, so I can see where you are at in your growth, in your journey, and also so I can touch back bases at the end of this course to see what you still need to work on and how you are utilizing the tips and tools that I give you throughout this course. All right. Talk to you soon. Peace.